What are 3 areas that feel important to you regarding your year ahead? I am going to use just one of them as an example, okay? So that's step 1, is that you're picking an area of life that feels important to you, okay? Step 2, what's one thing in that area, of one of the areas that I just mentioned, that would make this year feel like it actually mattered? So your year ahead, what one of these areas, health, your home life, your career, your relationships, what would make that feel like it mattered more? Okay. Here are some examples. If you said health, walking 3 times a week would make me feel like this year mattered. Career, if I launched one new business idea. Having more fun, if I traveled at least once anywhere this year outside of my, where I'm currently living. Okay. So that's step 2. Set one goal in each area. So you've chosen 3. Now set a goal in that area. For instance, let's just stick with these 3 that I have in my notes. First one being health. Let's say that, okay, for my health, I want to at least walk 3 times a week. I want to go walking, unless I can't. Then I'm going to walk on a treadmill. Okay. So that's the first part. Career. I want to launch a new business idea. Having more fun. I want to travel somewhere this year. You get what I mean? These keep your goals small, clear, and realistic. Because notice when I said having fun and traveling, I didn't say you had to go across the world. You can go an hour from where you live and consider that to be your traveling. All right. Have a little staycation, stay in a hotel, something along those lines to where you have now met that goal. Just that simply. If walking 3 times a week, if that's still everybody's in a different area of their health journey. If that seems like too much, start off small. Start off walking 5 minutes, walking 10 minutes, anything. Okay. Many, many years ago when I started my fitness journey, it was me walking around a school. At night, there was a lot of people and I wasn't by myself, but walking around school. So I started off small. I didn't just jump right into being a, gym rat. So there you go. My next steps. This is going to be step 3. Now you're going to create a monthly system for these 3 goals. Okay. You don't have to plan the whole year. And you don't need to think about the cutoff date. So let's say that you start January the 1st. You don't think about December right now. Think about today. Think 1 month at a time. Let's say that you start January the 1st. You're going to think about January and only January. So each month you're going to ask yourself, what's one step that I can finish this month that would move this goal forward? So as an example, you're starting off in January, right? You don't have to, remember. You do your research first. Where do I want to walk at? Let's say you live in a nice neighborhood. I can just walk around my neighborhood. There you go. Now you have a plan. And now you're going to set a reminder. Okay, well, I'm going to walk every day let's say you work remotely. As soon as I get off of work, I'm going to walk every day. If you have a pet, makes this even easier. You're already going to have to take them out if you have a dog. Anyway, I said a pet as though, well, I don't know. Do any of you take your cats outside? Maybe your horse, whatever. But if you have pets, use them as your excuse to get outside. Okay. If you have let's say a guinea pig, they want to go outside too. So put them in a stroller and get to walking. February. Now we're going to focus only on February. Okay. Well, I'm going to increase my walk. Instead of doing 3 days a week, now I want to do 4 days. Or instead of doing 10 minutes, now I want to do 15. Okay. And you're going to focus on just that goal for February. Now March rolls around. You know what? I'm kind of tired of this trail. I want to do something different. I want to mix it up. I'm going to start walking at the park. Okay. And that's all you're going to focus on for March. Don't add anything else in. And so each of your goals goes like that. Focusing on what they are for that month. Okay, Josie, this is confusing. What? Okay. I'm going to walk you through this even more. your goal, let's say, is to find a relationship, have a happy relationship. Get out of the bars, first of all. Get off of the apps, second of all. So you're going to start going to places where there are people. Maybe you join one of those running clubs. Yikes. Why do you want to run on purpose? Okay. But hey, let me stop being judgy. You join that. You now are able to network with people. Or you start going to, you start taking a class. Let's say you are an adult and you've already finished school, but you want to go back to school for something. Well, now you're out in public more. Okay. Every time that you are in social situations, you're not being the wallflower introvert. As an introvert, who's really not as introverted as you would think, but I am, but I'm not. But I understand the anxiety. I understand. But let's say that your goal is to find a relationship. In order to do that, it's important to really get yourself out there. Let's say that you know a bunch of people that are married. Ask them. Happily married only, please. Ask them, how did they meet their significant other? Where did they meet? And think of different ways that are not the norm, and especially in this day and age when everybody just wants to scroll on their phone, to meet people. And keep in mind that when it comes to apps, you're not going to meet the best quality, because most of the people on there, for instance, the women might be serious about looking for a relationship, but the men are not. You get what I mean? So think that through. Plan that out. How is that going to work for you? So let's say that that's one of your goals. Well, now you want to walk. So that's your health. And now you want to meet somebody. That's relationships. Let's throw in one more goal. Okay. And I want to get my finances in order. Cool. Okay. Well, in January, here's your 3 goals. January the 1st. Let me look up the best places to walk. Okay, I'm going to walk around my neighborhood. Boom. Check that off. That's all I got to do for January is start going outside, walk around my neighborhood. Boom. Second goal, relationships. Okay, well, I want to meet people, but I don't want to meet people on the apps. So let me ask around. Let me see if there's any events I can go to, and not the typical bar hopping. Okay. Goal accomplished. Now you go to some of those events, or one of those events. Even if you just go to one, that's enough. Goal number 3, finances. You know what? Do I really need this $10 to blow on nonsense that was left over from, my birthday money? Why don't I just put it away? Goal number 3 has just been met. Open a savings account, put that $10 in there. You get what I mean? So start off small. These are, by the way, our only examples, strictly examples. And those 3 goals will be the only 3 goals that you are going to focus on for the year ahead. The point of all of this was not to overwhelm you, because if it's just 3 goals, then you get to focus on just those 3 goals. And if you do it month by month, you have a clear direction. Okay. And you don't have to be hyper specific. I am somebody who is hyper specific and loves for everything to be planned, but be flexible as well. For instance, like I said, let's say that you have decided to go walking, but you have to have a backup plan. What happens if that day something comes up and you need to go, you have somebody's birthday party or something to get to? Maybe you walk earlier that day. Maybe you walk later. Maybe you have a walking pad or indoor treadmill and you do it that way. Just so you can get out there. By the way, on Patreon, I do have a guided walking meditation. Got to plug the Patreon here and there. And this also gives you automatic progress, because every single month you have these tiny little goals that you're giving yourself. So you're getting to see your progress, because what I want you to do at the end of every single month is look back. Okay, did I meet that goal? Did I walk 5 more minutes? Did I get out there a little more and just get off the dating apps? And did I save anything else to my savings account, or is it still the same $10? If it's still the same $10, that's also a pat on the back, because you didn't spend it. Okay? And this also helps you to remain motivated. So going over this one more time, pick what your goals are. And okay, fine. I'll go over what those could be. Here's the thing. These are just options.